Welcome back to the VST channel, guys. VST here, Venus Tech. I have my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra running the latest One UI 5, but it's still beta 3. If you want to check all my videos on One UI 5, all the betas, the new things, the bad things, you can check here. The topic in this video is going to be again focused on animations. I have a very active communication with all of you under my community posts in Telegram as well. So I got these 3 tips from Harry Potter, from Vadil, that I try to implement on my phone, guys, and I want you to be active and test them as well. So those are not going to be the standard tips that I'm just saying in a video, hey, do 1, do 2, do 3, and then boom, enjoy your life. No, I am creating this video as soon as I got the tips from you guys, testing them for some hours, and I just want you to be actively involved because I think we are all in this together. But still, there are 3 tips that you can do on your Samsung device. One tip will be only for One UI 5 because it involves turning off the virtual RAM, but the other 2 tips I do believe do make some changes. And before we start with this, I want to share something that I found which I believe is very interesting. But if you want to skip and just go through the tips, then there's going to be a video quick intro into the video description where you can just go, and there's going to be some time codes allowing you to just skip this part. But guys, this is what I found online in the Samsung developer section, and this is why I do believe that we are observing these stutters and lags, and not in the animations themselves, but rather connecting animations, connecting some gestures, connecting different type of use cases and scenarios. And I think that some of you also get the same idea, so I wanted to just show you what I found, because I do believe that animations on Samsung devices are just very complex, and this might be also where the dog is buried. So they have a whole section on motion basics and usage. It starts with this bombastic headline: transitions harmonized with logical spatial structure. One UI uses motion to emphasize the depth of screens and help users understand the relationship between the UI elements. For example, always-on display elements move out of the way to uncover the lock screen underneath, which in turn disappears in a zoom animation to reveal the home screen when the phone is unlocked. One UI motion uses a set of movements and consistent rules so that users can predict the results of any action and understand the path to complete a task. And they provided also some very nice examples: lock screen and home screen. See that one, guys? It really hints to what we were thinking in some of my last videos. It's just the connecting pieces. And I can of course show this in real. So this is the very beautiful always on display that I have here on my S22 Ultra. Okay, this is the animation transitions from the always on display to my lock screen. One more time, this very beautiful animation transitioning from the always on display to the lock screen. And now with my thumb, hopefully I have to have my phone in hand, with my thumb, guys, I'm going to be able to enter and just show you these connecting animations. Okay, one more time, we have here the lock screen, we have always on display and lock screen, and now, guys, entering inside the phone. The next example here is home screen recents. I think this is one of the animations that I do test in my videos. When a new interface opens in One UI, the old smoothly dims or blurs into the background, so the user naturally focuses on the interface that just opened in the foreground. And I think we can of course show this. See what happens here, guys. All right, let me just open Telegram, and I'm going to try to minimize it and see it is exactly as they have described. This is what I do like about Samsung animations. They are really beautiful. I just did some tests, guys, on my Pixel 6 Android 13. It is very smooth, though also basic somehow. The animations are not so, I would say, complex. They lack this nice texture, this nice transitioning. See, it goes even more. Interaction providing a preview of moments for efficient guidance, and then they will really troll this text to you, saying what they do believe is wrong and saying what they do believe is right. But also very important, guys, speed type and attributes. Basic motion in One UI: accelerate quickly, then slow down gradually. And I do believe this slowing down gradually is exactly what we experience in terms of this connecting animation stutter, connecting animation lag. While accelerating, movements and changes happen fast. As the animations get closer to its conclusion, things slow down and UI elements gently settle in their proper places. In addition to this basic motion style, there are 4 other styles: linear, is in, is out, is in and out, and etc. And then of course they'll go into more descriptions what exactly linear motions are. Keep the same speed from the beginning to the end. It's best to use linear motions for things like transparency changes, such as a screen dissolving away. Linear motions should though be avoided for movements, rotations, or scale changes. And of course there is here an example. Okay, this is really what they think is a linear motion. If we scroll down a bit, the is in motion style slowly and gradually gets faster. It is used when the starting point of an animation is visible while the ending point isn't specified. Example, when an element moves outside the screen and fades away. So we can probably think of the pop-up windows, right? This probably guess it's a scenario like this. Then they have the is out, then they have the is in and out, guys. And then there is something very important I want you to look through: duration. Duration of any motion in One UI depends on the object size and variant. The motion duration should be at least 100 milliseconds, which is the minimum recognizable length, and should never exceed 500 milliseconds to avoid interfering with the subsequent task. And now think about connecting stutters and connecting lag. Then also very important, real-time feedback response. Users view the screens with their own eyes, but they use touch to interact, perform actions, and make choices. One UI aims to serve these senses and delight users by showing immediate responses to even the most subtle touches. And they give here again the example of the task manager. Then they have lively animations, icon animations, and stuff like this. 3D animation, guys. I will give a link down below into the video description if you want to go and read through this article, guys. But I just believe right now I understand that is very complex. I don't understand why we still observe these stutters in One UI 4.1, in One UI 4.1.1, in One UI 5, and I really don't know what the reason is. But I do believe it's now safe to assume that the Samsung One UI animations are very complex and they have to follow these specific design guidelines, right? And if you just take all of these pieces, the different type of animations, the different type of interactions and the guidelines, then probably this might explain why sometimes we observe stutter and lags. Does this provide an excuse to Samsung? Not really. I mean, we still want to have a perfectly functional, seamlessly operating and very fluid device. And I will really not stop, or I will not rest until I finally get this from Samsung. And I really hope that they can do it, because honestly at some point I am about to kind of like lose my hope. I've been using these devices, you know, for so many years, but the last 3 iterations from S20, 21, 22, yeah, these problems are there. Now, guys, I'm gonna share with you the tips that you, the community, have given me, and I do believe that they do make an impact. So the first one is you need to use GoodLock, guys, and you also need to install probably the best module for GoodLock. It's called HomeUp. Now have in mind that HomeUp doesn't really work in Android 13 One UI 5, so I'm just going to use my flip here to show it to you. Once you are in HomeUp, guys, just go to the task changer. Okay, scroll down a bit. There's going to be something, a menu called gesture setting, and inside, guys, there is a setting called gesture top priority setting. When there is an interference in the gesture and the up area, it will take advantage of the gesture's priority. And I'm now thinking, how is this connected to the description of the motion basings and the usage? It should be connected somehow. But this is tip number 1. And again, I mentioned this in the beginning of the video. Please, you know, use this, test this, and let me know if this really did a difference for you guys. Really, you can do this, and let me know in the comments, please. The second thing I just learned yesterday, yeah, it's also involving GoodLock, and it's really crazy. It's something I would never really thought of myself. This involves the module theme park. So once you go inside theme park, guys, there's going to be a lot of settings. Head down to the 4th one, which mentions icon, and this is a very simple hack, guys. You just need to create a new icon pack there. The standard shape is this one, right? Just go and use the circular one or any other one. Once you just press here the save, right, you should be able to just enter the name of your test. Okay, I'm just going to put something there and apply it. And there are some users suggesting that changing the icon type from the default shape to any other will actually improve things. Honestly, I am using this since yesterday and I'm not sure. It could be possible. This is why my ask for you is, guys, please go there, test this as well, and let me know what you think. Did it really did any change for you? Is it better or not? And now, guys, tip number 3, sadly only limited right now for One UI 5 users. If you have the standard One UI 4.1.1 or the one before and you have RAM Plus, if you go under the RAM Plus section, you are only able to choose certain types of configuration, 2, 4, 6 or 8 GB of RAM. If I do this on my One UI 5, guys, I can choose the same, but I have also the option to completely switch this off. Honestly, I tested it yesterday on my S22 Ultra and I don't have a feeling that it really did anything. But okay, it could be also placebo, I'm not sure. But this is a tip that also Vic mentioned, so I decided to include this in the video and ask you guys, if you have access to a Samsung device with One UI 5, you can test this. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And with that said, guys, I really hope that you enjoy videos like this. And if you are here for the first time and you're not subscribed, then yeah, just do this. If you're here probably for the second time and still not subscribed, yeah, subscribe as well, guys. Help me. Please stay safe and see you soon in one of my next videos. And with that said, VST over and bye.